County. When you need collision repair, choose Superior Collision, your local hometown body shop.
Lilly Broadcasting stands with the people of Iran.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, winter's not done with us yet. Parts of the UP woke up to 8 inches of snow, causing slick roads and school closures. Plus, we'll see how the downpour of snow affected power across the city of Escanaba. And we hear from Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson as she continues to push her campaign for governor. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Kelly, good evening. You weren't lying about the snow. Certainly been dealing with a lot of that today.
Yeah, Kevin, and you're absolutely right. Winter is just not done quite yet. We are settling back into some true winter conditions, cold weather, and unfortunately a snowy pattern. But hey, maybe you love the winter, so this is the perfect week for you. We have some fresh snowfall, of course, mixing in with some mud and dirt, but still a nice view on our 19 News sky cam of downtown Marquette. Temperatures back to the winter mode, upper 20s and lower 30s. We have some of snow moving out of the area, but again, we are going to see a snowy period continuing. We're not quite done with this initial system. Winter weather advisory and a winter storm warning remains in effect through tomorrow morning, so I'll let you know what is expected for the rest of this system and then the rest of the week ahead and the weekend in just a few minutes.
Kelly, thank you very much. And that's right, it looks like Punxsutawney Phil was right about this winter, as parts of the UP woke up to a blanket of wet snow this morning, causing difficult road conditions, power outages, and school closures. Marquette County received about 8 inches of light snow overnight, leading to slushy intersections and one-lane traffic. The county's maintenance director says after coming off of these past few dry weeks, their plows are in full swing, currently utilizing around 60 trucks throughout the area.
Yeah, all hands on deck. The break in the weather gave us a chance to catch up on some of our preventative maintenance as well as fix and repair some of the trucks. So we're in pretty good shape if we're prepared for events like this.
The commission says the road should be cleared and in safer condition for travel by midday tomorrow. Across the UP, the weather has left many without electricity. The city of Escanaba has experienced small pockets of outages throughout the day, sometimes at an individual home and other times with 1 or 2 blocks losing power at a time. Electric department crews got to work early in the morning to restore power to customers across the city. According to the electric utility director, the outages were caused by a combination of ice on power lines and trees falling or losing branches.
The wind is coming out of the east and it normally doesn't blow that way, so when trees start, bending the other way, they tend to break. It appears that we could have more ice. That could prove more challenging if we get that ice accumulation.
Residents are reminded not to touch fallen power lines and to call the electric department or 911 as soon as possible. With recurring winter storms hitting the UP, some schools are nearing their limit of inclement weather days. Escanaba Area Public Schools has used 5 of its 6 allowed snow days. If more than 6 days are needed, schools can apply to receive up to 3 more. The district superintendent says today's closure was necessary as icy roads pose safety concerns for families driving to school and for buses transporting students.
The Escanaba Area Public Schools covers 180 square miles. You can have conditions in different areas in the district that, just might be dangerous. It's not the easy decision that sometimes people think it is, but, we do our best to make it in the best interests of our families and our staff.
Districts that exceed their snow day limit can add days to the end of the year, extend school hours, or implement online instruction days. Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson is detailing some of her plans as she continues her campaign for governor of Michigan. One of her goals would be to target existing inefficiencies in state government and update and modernize those areas. She says those changes will create cost savings that will help overhaul the department. Her plan is to create more price transparency, launch mobile healthcare centers, invest in CTE education to train workforce, and create a drug affordability board.
Elections are about a choice, and I'm running for governor as the only candidate with a clear vision for how we can ensure health care is affordable and accessible for all. No one else in this race has a plan to do that or to transform a broken government systems to ensure health care is affordable in places like the UP.
We'll have more from Benson tonight at 11:10 Central. A group of UP lawmakers is pulling their support from Congressman Jack Bergman's re-election campaign after he endorsed Republican Senate candidate Bo Lefebvre. State Senator Ed McBroom, along with Representatives Carl Bonac and Greg Markinen, said in a statement yesterday that Bergman had promised to stay out of the 38th Senate district race, but went back on his word endorsing Lefebvre. Lefebvre, who previously served as the state rep for the 108th district, is challenging Representative Dave Preston for the Republican nomination.
You know, we felt like they basically declared war, and our options were to either roll over and play dead or to stand up for ourselves. We're standing up for ourselves. And, you know, Jack's got a history of doing these kind of things. He settled primary opponents for me, for Dave in the past.
The Republican primary is set for August 4th. Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Plus, the partial government shutdown is stretching into its 5th day, and it's hitting key agencies like TSA, FEMA, and the Coast Guard. We'll have the latest after this.
Shop our huge selection of Amish-crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order. With 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
New Friday, February 27th.
Looks like I'm officially Boston PD.
Danny and Lena are 2 of the best detectives in Boston.
9mm Glock in the desk drawer.
You know these guys are going down with them.
The badge that you wear connects us to a family that is much bigger than us.
So what do we got?
I know where I got it from.
Boston Blue is all new CBS Friday, February 27th and streaming on Paramount+.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
Cue the magic.
Now you see me, now you don't.
I'm a Fisher.
I went to a different school every single year. I think it gives you social confidence. And so I did sort of hone my comedy skills.
I definitely had to be funny. Yeah, because I was a nerd. Plus, Olympian Jason Brown and Penn and Teller are bringing the tricks. You shut your mouth. How did you do that?
The Kelly Clarkson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ CBS.
Home for CBS is WZMQ 19.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
At Shunk's in Marquette, we have 2 stores to shop. Our clearance center is more than a clearance center. It's a complete new store with everyday low prices on Ashley furniture. More living room groups, more reclining sofas, reclining love seats, and recliners. There's a large selection of bedroom and dining room furniture and low prices on mattresses every day. This Ashley Zero wall recliner is just $2.99 at Shunk's. This Ashley 6-piece dining room set's only $9.89 at Shunk's. And take 12 months to pay with no interest. Shop Shunk's in Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back. Maybe this is a little bit of a midweek slump and we have the colder temperatures and the snow. Just a reminder that it is still winter until March 20th. We had 11.3 inches of snow officially in Marquette. We have different ranges of some snow totals. I'll have more info on that for you tonight at 11, but the high was 26, average is the high was 28, average is 26. So back in that winter mode, and we're not quite done with this original system yet. This is a slow mover. Like I said, it's that stationary front, so we are feeling the effects and seeing the effects of the cold and the warm battling it out, but we get a lot of the wintry mix aspect of it. You can still see the clear circulation that hasn't moved too much since I showed you this last time at 6 o'clock and even the 11 o'clock. That counterclockwise circulation still just outside of Wisconsin. So yeah, even though the winds are from the south at this moment, that's why we see some rain and ice returns on here, but we get those temperatures just right for basically to just have it be snow. A little bit more cold in the fact that it's not going to be 38 or 39 degrees. So we are in that sweet spot, I guess you could say, of that's where it transitions from the mix to the snow. And this original winter storm warning has been downgraded to a winter weather advisory, but this is still associated within the same initial system. And this is until tomorrow morning. The winter storm warning is still into effect up to Houghton and Keweenaw counties, and particularly this area is still going to see some additional snow and some ice impacts and visibility. So as for the snow, mixed precipitation is still very possible over the next 12 hours throughout your commute tonight and then tomorrow morning, maybe an additional 1 to 3. And the ice and the wind, a light glaze is still expected to possibly accumulate with those wind gusts holding strong at 40 miles per hour. So that's going to blow the snow around to reduce visibility, and Houghton through Copper Harbor, that area with the winter storm warning, is at the greatest risk of low visibility because of all those components put together. And what we are settling into right now is a snowy period, and it's because this system so close to us is really not moving fast at all. So this slow moving system, we see rotation within it, but this is going to bring more wintry mix, more ice, probably very similar characteristics to last night, again coming our way for Thursday night into Friday. We can see that rotation, and it's really not until the weekend where we finally see the backside of the system, but on the backside of the system is more cold and possibly even some lake effect snow. So as you get your day started tomorrow, we could see an additional 1 to 3 inches, but the brunt of this initial system has already happened. But we have much more snow on the way. We're not done with winter just quite yet. As Kevin said earlier, I guess Punxsutawney Phil had some validity to his predictions, because we're down into the 20s, the teens, and stay with the snow for basically the next 7 days.
Kelly, thank you again. It's day 5 of the partial government shutdown. It's the 3rd shutdown in the past year. The partial shutdown is impacting the Department of Homeland Security, which oversees agencies like ICE, the Coast Guard, FEMA, and TSA. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon reports on whether we'll see a deal anytime soon.
ICE needs to be reformed in a dramatic, bold, meaningful, and transformational manner. And if that doesn't happen, the DHS funding bill will not move forward.
Well, I don't like some of the things they're asking for. We're going to protect law enforcement. We're going to protect ICE. You know, they're part of the whole system that is working.
Congressional Democrats and the White House are still at odds over funding the Department of Homeland Security for the current fiscal year. Democrats continue to demand changes to immigration enforcement operations, including no more masks for federal agents and tighter rules surrounding warrants for searches and arrests. Both ICE and Customs and Border Protection have come under intense scrutiny following the shooting deaths of 2 U.S. citizens in Minneapolis last month.
The American people know that ICE needs to be reined in.
The White House denied the latest proposal by Democrats on Tuesday. On Wednesday, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said President Trump has not had any direct conversations on the topic with Democrats.
It doesn't mean he's not willing to. I'm just not aware of any conversations that have taken place.
The shutdown is starting to impact operations and pay for employees who work in the many component agencies of the Department of Homeland Security: the Transportation Security Administration, the Coast Guard, Secret Service, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA. The shutdown impacts will be mild for now on border and immigration agencies within DHS. The passage of the One Big Beautiful Bill last July brought more than $170 billion in funding for DHS. Those additional funds were largely steered toward Customs and Border Protection as well as ICE, which received an additional $75 billion in new budget authority, 7 times ICE's typical annual budget of $10 billion. Reporting in Washington, Brendan Scanlon, WZMQ 19 News.
Coming up next on Insights, the FIS Continental Cup at the Pine Mountain Ski Jump in Iron Mountain returns this weekend. We'll have the details in just a couple minutes.
Welcome to Car Breakdowns 101. I'm your Professor Ice-T. If your car is out of warranty, a car breakdown could eat you alive. Look at that car. The transmission alone could cost you $3,000. And that engine? How much do you love your kidneys? Don't even get me started on the computer system. That's a small fortune. Do what I did and call CarShield. They get expensive car repairs taken care of so you don't have to. Class dismissed.
Call 800-859-0084.
My family's been in business for 70 plus years. We really needed to stress that this is not just a running store. Our running shoes are good for everybody.
It's about the people out in the community who are in the workforce. All those people really benefit from the proper footwear and structure that a running shoe can provide.
They might come in limping, almost like a miracle, walk out of here dancing. It's more than shoes. There's a caring that doesn't exist in a lot of businesses anymore.
Did you enjoy the Spirit Tunnel?
We did!
Now, Nikolai, I know you didn't do it.
The story of this show is that Owen is missing.
We've got the cast of The Last Thing He Told Me.
It has family, it has romance, it has heartbreak.
Then the incredible Alex Honnold
Have you not rock on?
on J-Hood.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 4 on WZMQ CBS. Followed by The Kelly Clarkson Show at 5 and 19 News at 6.
I want to know what's going on in the world.
I'm Tony.
You can't do that if you're just sitting in a chair reading about what other people have found.
What do you think of that? Why?
There are big questions that all of us are asking. I want to get you the answers.
How are you?
I'm Tony DeCopel. Join me on the CBS Evening News.
Did you know most of what you throw away can be recycled? At Recycle 906, we accept more than just cardboard and jugs. We take plastics, metals, paper, and more. Recycle smarter, bring it to us. See what we accept at recycle906.com.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. This week, the International Ski Federation brings annual Continental Cup competition to Iron Mountain's Pine Mountain Ski Jump. Here to share the details with us is Kiwanis Ski Club corresponding secretary Susie Fox. Susie, thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
All right, well, let's start with this. Tell us a little bit about the Continental Cup and what's planned.
Man, we've got 9 countries coming, which is amazing. 39 jumpers. We're going to have 4 competitions. We're the only one in the world that has ever hosted 4 Continental Cup competitions in a weekend, and that was last year, was our first time doing that. So with some competitions being canceled in Lahti, Finland, they asked if we would do that again, and of course we were accommodating. That's how we like to roll. And the field looks fantastic. Some of the guys that are in town already were looking at the field and they're like, holy cow, that's a great field. A lot of World Cup jumpers. Plus we have a guy from Kazakhstan who finished 7th in the Olympics. His name's Ilya Mizirnik, and I apologize for the pronunciation. So yeah, great field.
Excellent. All right. So what should spectators know before heading to the mountain?
With the current snow that we've received, not a problem. A lot more work for the hill crew, but we're getting it done. And we are hoping that Friday morning at 11 o'clock, there will be a training round, and then shortly thereafter, a trial round, and shortly after that, the first competition. So tomorrow, we hope to get some athletes on the hill by about 1 o'clock. But again, with all the snow coming in today and more expected tonight, it's going to take a little while to do the final preparations on the hill.
Right. That was kind of another question I had for you. Was just with today's snowfall, how much does that affect things?
You know, sometimes people think that snowfall is good for what we do, but we like to use all man-made snow, snow gun snow, because we can regulate the amount of moisture in the snow, whereas Mother Nature's snow, we can't do that. But nonetheless, it will get groomed in, it will freeze overnight, and the hill crew will put the colors on the hill, which is always fun to see, the meter lines, and yeah, we're going to be good to go.
Good stuff. And I understand there will be a shuttle to help with transportation. So where can people find that?
Bay College, right on Highway US 2 in Iron Mountain, will run a shuttle on Saturday only. I believe the shuttle starts at 9 a.m. And will run through the day, and will drop people off until 4. So it's $5 to get on the shuttle, but a lot of our local businesses have donated coupons for a coupon book. So if you pay $5 to use the shuttle, you get this coupon book with probably over $50 worth of coupons in it. So it's a really good deal, and you can buy your buses or your buttons right there at the shuttle.
Excellent. All right. And why is this such a big event for the club and Iron Mountain itself?
Well, we have a history of doing it since 1939, and the only year we missed was COVID, which was unfortunate because that was supposed to be the unveiling of our new tower. But so say that, you know, we're almost, 86 years or so, 87 years of solid ski jumping, and I've been here long enough. I've been a volunteer for 30 years, and I've been here long enough where the coaches are now the athletes that were jumping when I started, and even some of their kids. So that's a little scary, but it's also a pleasure.
Excellent. All right. Can you tell us a little more about the athletes themselves that will be showing up? Like, how good are they?
Well, like I said, some of these guys have skied World Cup before. And even if they haven't, these are the guys that are trying to get to World Cup. They're hungry. They're just determined. You can see, especially with the Olympics going on right now, the determination of the athletes just to excel in their sport. And yeah, the fans will not be disappointed at all. I mean, the Austrians, the Slovenians are always a very strong force. We've got the Norwegians, Germany, the U.S., Switzerland, Kazakhstan, France. I mean, it's just a really strong field.
Excellent. All right. I think those are all my questions for you, Susie. Thanks so much for coming on. Sounds like it's going to be a great time.
Well, and when you introduce our event, if you would, Kevin, it is the Sanford Health Marshfield Clinic, Pine Mountain Continental Cup.
Perfect. All right, Susie, thank you so much again for joining us. We really do appreciate it.
Kevin, thank you very much.
Now don't go away, everyone. Creature Features after the break.
We look closely at all the data. We pore over test results. But what we see is you. We see what makes your smile widen and your eyes brighten. Even as we study breakthrough research and implement the most advanced technologies, what we see is how we can use it to serve you and your well-being. Healthcare is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Health. What we see is you.
You've been selected to join an elite CIA FBI fusion cell.
Special Agent Goodman, Colin Glass. You're a spy. Nothing gets past the feds, does it? We got work to do. Let me work outside the box and cut through the red tape. Think of me as a legal criminal.
I know I look like a Boy Scout, so I don't really trust anyone.
Those are the only people worth trusting.
New series CIA, following Return of FBI, CBS Monday.
You know, Hard Rock is built on service, from that first cafe to hotels and casinos around the world. That's why on the Hard Rock Bet Casino app, service still comes first.
When you want to withdraw your money, it's secure. Get paid in 30 minutes or less.
When you need help, it's available 24/7. Real service, based right here in the U.S.
Hard Rock Bet Casino is here, Michigan. Roll with us.
New customers get up to $1,000 back in casino bonus plus 200 bonus spins.
At LJ Aesthetic Studio in Manistee, we believe that beauty is more than just skin deep. Improve your physical appearance, but also boost your confidence and well-being. We use high-quality products and the latest techniques to provide outstanding results. Our goal is to create a welcoming and inclusive space where you can relax, unwind, and feel your best self. Are you ready? LJ Aesthetic Studio in Manistee. Be your best you.
Welcome back, everyone, and welcome back, Easton. A couple of tortoises today.
Yep, we got two. So we got Packy right here, which is currently leaking, and then we got Bowser over here. Bowser's a little more of the brave one. Packy's a little more of the, he gets a little scared. I mean, he's okay right now, but he's letting me know. But yeah, these guys are my two Redfoot horses that I bring to all my shows with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard you say earlier these were, I think you said the first that you ever presented on, the first animal.
Yep, Packy was one of my, actually, if not the first. I had him before Lady, my tarantula even. Packy's what got me into the whole reptile biz and educating. And so with him, a Pac-Man frog, a red-eyed crocodile skink, and my tarantula lady. That was my first presentation show I did at Bothwell Middle School.
Gotcha. So I can only imagine that you know all about these tortoises, Easton.
Yep, I know.
What can you tell us?
Well, so diet-wise, they're actually omnivorous, which is a little weird for people to hear. They're like, oh, but it's a tortoise. They only eat lettuce and greens. Well, they're opportunist hunters. So if they find, say, roadkill or slow bugs or an injured animal that they can snack off of, they'll definitely take a couple little nibbles off of them. They're also supposedly, from a fact that someone told me actually, and I looked up and I'm like, oh, that's actually true. They're the best swimming tortoises. They can tread water for 5 to 15 minutes on a still body of water. If it's a river, they have no luck at all. But they're pretty good swimmers, supposedly, which is really cool because they don't have a lot of movement with their shell. So they can flap their arms back and forth, and supposedly these guys can do it a lot faster than others. But diet-wise, going back to that, they have like collard greens, dandelion greens. They really like, these two really like bananas. I give them to them once a week with some calcium powder and some vitamins on top, so they get all the nutrients they need and a sweet treat. Packy here, he's a big fan of strawberries too. Bowser could care less for them. He likes blueberries from time to time, but he's a big banana fan. These guys are originally from Brazil, Argentina. They also can be found in the Virgin Islands, but mainly the South America, Central America area. They'll be basically roaming around, kind of like a moving rock. You'll never see them unless you're like watching for just a little bit of movement under your eye line. You can probably find them like deeper in the forest. They typically don't stick around loud noises because it kind of scares them. Minus Packy here though, they're very social in captivity. Packy here, he'll hear me walk into my reptile room and he'll actually come up to the edge of his enclosure and he'll look up at me and he'll be like, oh, I recognize you, you bring food. And so they have kind of like a dog sense to them too almost, which is a little weird.
Gotcha. And being tortoises, usually you hear that tortoises have long lifespans. How about these guys?
Typically 50 to 75 years, but I've heard of a couple making it to 100. With the right diet, lighting, and just basically keeping up like the right care 24/7, you probably could get them around that 75-year mark because they're pretty hardy animals. There's not a lot that they really can get like sick or injured by. They're not like dogs that they run too fast, they tear an ACL. The fastest they can go is like a couple feet per hour. And their metabolism is pretty slow too. So we give them warm baths. Once a week, just to help wash off all the dirt from their enclosure, and on top of that, to help them digest and poop if they need to.
Gotcha. As far as Easton, you mentioned 75 years. They're 7 years old now. It sounds like you're going to be taking care of them for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it'll be a long time. And they'll actually have a third partner coming with them with old age. I'll be inheriting an African gray in the near future, which is a very long-living parrot. Her name is Tula. She's 5 years old. They live 100, 115 years apparently. I don't know too much about them, but those three are definitely going to be around until I'm a grandparent. So
definitely, you're going to have a lot of friends throughout your life, Easton. I think that's all the time we have, my friend. Really appreciate you as always.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. We'll have your final look at weather after this.
I'm exhausted. Shopping for a mattress is just so confusing.
Sounds like mattress shopophobia. At Slumberland, our sleep counselors are here to help you find the best mattress without any pressure.
But awesome pressure relief.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
Cue the magic.
Now you see me, now you don't.
Anna Fisher.
I went to a different school every single year. I think it gives you social confidence. And so I did sort of hone my comedy skills.
I definitely had to be funny. Yeah, because I was a nerd. Plus Olympian Jason Brown. And Penn and Teller are bringing the tricks. You shut your mouth. How did you do that?
The Kelly Clarkson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ CBS.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, but thanks to Skyrizi, I'm showing off my clearer skin. With Skyrizi, I saw dramatically clearer skin. And most people were clearer even at 5 years.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
With Skyrizi, nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your dermatologist about Skyrizi today. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
February is the month of love at Richardson Jewelers, downtown Marquette. With my popular annual Show Your Love 3 Ways Valentine packages that come with candy, a forever rose, and amazing selections of jewelry, you will show how much you love them. And let me help you with that month of love engagement ring. I strive to give you the very best experience. Your forever journey starts with my personal attention and commitment to perfection.
Richardson Jewelers.
Even getting out of bed is a struggle.
Sounds like a lot of pressure.
In pain.
Good thing you came to Slumberland. This Temper Pro Adapt provides adaptive support and pressure relief to help you sleep.
Getting out of this bed is gonna be a struggle.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
And a final check of your forecast. We're not quite done with this initial system. More snow and even some ice is very possible for the rest of tonight and overnight. A little bit of a break right now, but a winter weather advisory and winter storm warnings up to Houghton and Eagle Harbor remain through tomorrow morning. So more snow on the way, which means travel could be very tricky for tomorrow morning. And we are not done with the snow just quite yet. A little bit of a snowy period that we have through the weekend, and it lasts into the week with even colder temperatures on the way.
Kelly, thank you again. And finally tonight, due to weather, Ash Wednesday services across the UP were canceled for a second year in a row, but it's still a sacred occasion for observers. Originating in the year 601 by the Catholic Church, Ash Wednesday has become a multi-religion day of remembrance, celebration, and sharing meals before the season of Lent. Lent began as a 40-day fast from sun up to sundown. It's since turned into a practice of self-restraint, with observers giving up certain goodies or undesirable habits. That's all for now, everyone. We'll catch you back here later tonight.
Good to be with you. I'm Tony DeCopo. The breaking news right now. One of the deadliest